Oh, shit.
We have a potential 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here. Hey, yippee-ki-yah. Hey, man, I am just boosting on happiness. Don't worry, it'll go away and I'll hold my pistol later. Too far, Craig. This is the intro. We gonna get flagged for that?
Maybe.
F***ing pussies. Now we're gonna get flagged. Now we're gonna get... So we start over. They can't let me be me. Just leave it, you know?
Yeah.
We'll bleep it. All right. St. Louis, Missouri, May 11th through 14th. Columbus, Ohio, May 17th, 18th. That's also Ohio. Just look at my website, guys. There's so many things to read right now. Portland, Spokane, Seattle, Tacoma, Orlando, Tampa, Pittsburgh, Nyack, New York, Oxnard, California, Vancouver, Canada, Chicago, Nashville, Tennessee, Memphis, Long Island, New York, Boston. Hey, Boston, I never headlined there. That's what's up. Coming to that. Let's sell that bitch out so they give me a full weekend. Don't do that. Edmonton, Canada, Washington, D.C., Richmond, Batavia, Illinois, Richmond, Virginia, Cleveland, Ohio, Yuma, Greensboro, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. Just go to my website, man. Go to a show. Invite your hidey-tidy friends. Let's scare them. I'll show them my tooth hole. I say, hey, I can't cuss because of the... I was like, you bring a hidey-tidy, I'll be like, hey, look at this. And I'll finger my tooth hole for them. And they'll be like, I'm an accountant. My name's Bob. But Bob the builder will be like, I got a tooth hole too. And we'll scissor fingers. We'll cross them. Okay. This is the weirdest intro I've ever done. I am what I am, people. Thank you for loving my weird ass because I love you. And if you got a tooth hole, rock that shit. Because they're not putting no lead in this mouth. I already had it the first 25 years. Lead free. Why'd I wink 3 times? Hey, tune into this episode. It's fantastic. This promo was all over the place, but the episode's not. We keep it together. I love you. I love you. Tune in right now. Rate, review, like, subscribe, and share. Look at that. I spoke correctly. Come here, mister. I'm going to go pet my cats. I have 4 of them. There's so many. I love you all. I said that so many times. I'm just grateful. Don't worry. I'll be in a bad attitude in a minute. You're human. You know what I mean? I'll stub my toe and be like, oh, and I'll curse at God. And then I'll be like, I'm sorry. Okay. Tune in. Purple rain. Purple rain. Is that how we're starting this?
That could be, yeah.
Purple. Where do I even begin? I have so much life I've lived in this last week. What is happening? My phone's on. It was Instagram. Not today, dopamine. I'm not swiping. They teach you how to flick the bean. You know what I'm saying? Craig, you fucking pervert. Knock it off. Is it just me? Everyone's into tits, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just have a podcast and speak about it quite often. That's the difference, I guess. I'm no different than your nerdy Ned Flanders neighbor. He's thinking about it. He just knows how to zip his lip. Look at those fat nipples. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just doing that, and then it made me think of that. Okay. Namaste. Meditate. You heard what I just texted the fan, right?
Yeah.
Meditate and masturbation. It helps you with sobriety. And I've been struggling. No, we're good. We're not on the real shit. No pills, powders, or alcohol. Little God medicine. Little mushies. Little marijuana. Little too much. No, I don't have any, and I haven't had any. No wonder I'm angry. Fuck you, Chris. That's why I hate it. I depend on it for my happiness. And that's what I don't like. Anyhow, you do you, playboys. Oh, it's Thursday. I was so thirsty. I was so thirsty. I'm so sorry. I just vomited. I saved a little bit for later. Saved a little bit. My niece, she left it here. The little monster. She's cute as shit. She's too pretty. She runs the playground already. She has those boys doing shit for her. And she's like this. Nobody taught her that. She didn't see my sister at the bar scene 10 years ago. She's just born with it. How does she do that? Cute sucker. Anyways, I guess we'll just go into Prince. I'm wearing this Prince hoodie. I went to the Prince factory. Paisley Park. I got a Prince mug. I got a Prince magnet. I should have opened this unboxing. This is big on YouTube. Who cares? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like that's... Oh, sorry, cat. Look at that.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Got cancer all over it. Can't wait to drink out of it. Prince, man. What was that, man? This was this petite, feminine man that wore tights and got perms and shit and wore makeup and just plowed women. You know what I mean? How you gonna look like a woman and plow all the women? Talent, that's how. Talent. That is so funny. Like, this is in the 70s, 80s, you know. Now, dressing like a woman is a little bit more in. Back then, not so much, you know. I don't know. I wasn't around back then.
I feel like him and David Bowie kind of,
Yeah.
that's their angle.
Yeah, but David, he fucked men too. You could tell. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Prince was straight and just slayed, but also dressed like a woman, and that is absolutely hilarious to me. Man, I had no idea. I mean, I knew Prince was next level when he was even in the argument of King, like him and Michael. I remember them debates when I was a kid. And you go to Paisley Park. That's the hoodie I'm wearing. First of all, they have security. Don't bring your pocket knives. I'm just saying. I didn't. And you gotta sneak it in your ass. Ain't nobody getting at me in Prince's factory. Why keep calling it his factory? So we pull up in the Uber, me and the homie Eric Friedman, and my man KJ. I was in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota with them, and KJ hooked it up. He knew a guy, and then the guy like set us up for a VIP tour. It was just magical. They took a picture with me, and they said they're gonna put me in the Prince newsletter. They're like, is that all right? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is better than Comedy Central. I'm in Prince's newsletter? What? What is this? So apparently I'm going to be in Prince's... sorry, I drank too much liquids. I'm going to be in the Prince Factory newsletter. So we got this poor Uber driver, and he's... I'm even scared to say this, even though it is a word. He's this immigrant dude. He has a thick accent. He's older. And the security guard at the gate is yelling at him. And me and Eric were like, we'll just get out. You know, you drop us off here. And then the guy's like, get back in the car. And we're like, okay, my bad. And then he tells the guy to pull up. And he's like, don't eat that. And then he's like, if you don't pull up here, I'm going to get you 86. And the guy it was just a language barrier. The guy's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And we're just like, pull up. And then I did get mad at the poor bastard driver, because he's like, to where? And we're like, to the fucking guy. To the guy yelling at you. Pull up to him. There is no one else here. Where? No wonder he's yelling at you. You're about to get us 86 for my VIP tour because you can't pull up to a fucking gate. In the beginning, it was a security guard, but after he couldn't follow a simple instruction. And he did speak English, too, because he said, where do I pull up? The one man at the toll booth screaming at you, sir. I mean, Papa didn't raise no bitch, but it was a jarring. We're just trying. Is that the right word? Is that a good word?
Jarring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were just like, we're just trying to go see Prince. It's all love. We love Prince. We're here to have a good time. This guy's yelling at this guy. This guy won't follow simple instruction. instruction. And now I'm like, I'm not gonna see Prince. I want to see his purple panties. Come on, let me in. And then we pull up to the gate, and then he tells us what to do, and it's way too much instructions for how simple everything is. But their security there is to the nines. Like, you pull in, you must be checked in at the booth. I gotta take this away from my cat. She's chewing on it. I'll have to give you some Shilajit yesterday. I have to give you Shilajit yesterday. What is happening? I didn't have my head meds. Go get me some Healthy Mind. That's all right. I'm just joking. They do help. So they check you in at the ticket, the pull up parking booth, and then you pull up, and then you go to this one area, and then they microphone you in. What is? I'm not on anything. Can I help me, God, please? They radio you in to the VIP. I mean, to the gift shop area where you wait to then be taken on your tour, and they explain everything. Prince has this shit locked down. They lock everybody's phone up in yonder. I wanted to film everything, you couldn't, which is awesome. They're you're not allowed to touch anything. If you touch anything, they'll kick you out because he lived there. It's his recording studios. Yeah. So I didn't know anything. Paisley Park is massive. You're just taking this tour, and there's all these different rooms. There's 4 state-of-the-art recording studios that numerous artists use, from The Time to Beck to Shaka Khan to Beyonce. And then there's 2 or 3 music venues. Venues, bro. We're on this tour, and all of a sudden they open up the doors, they unlock your phone, you're now allowed to film. And we're in a auditorium, rock auditorium, that seats, I believe it was 1,300 or 1,800. I forgot the exact, well over 1,000. And you're just like, this is, when you look on the outside, you're like, this isn't here. Like, are we in an underground bunker? What did he do? What are you, Prince? My heavens. And you walk in, and he just designed everything. It's purple, everything, purple cones, purple parking cones. The man's got purple parking cones. That's a bit much, but I love the attention to detail, you know? And he has this beautiful entryway, and everything's decked out. Like the ceiling's painted as the night sky, and then over here it's painted as the day sky. And he has these pyramid skylights, so it's always beautiful. And then at night they said it glows purple. He played with some lighting to where it glows purple. And he had a diner. He had a fucking diner for his guests. And then that was nothing. Like, I thought that was it. And then he had like a full kitchen, a restaurant area with master chefs, and a small venue that they said he had, like a 200 seat venue. They said he loved performing so much, and he didn't want to have to like set up a whole tour. Why you say it like that? I love you, Craig. Be nice to yourself, Craig. It's okay, Craig. Coddle yourself, Craig. I love you. You're not a pussy boy. Don't listen to your father. So he has like a little 200, and then people still perform there till this day. And he used to just want to perform. He'd be working on new music, and he'd send in, like, I don't know how he did it. I just imagine a tweet or his newsletter, and then all of a sudden that night there would be a show sold out instantly because he's fucking Prince. And also, what else is there to do in Minnesota besides freeze to death? You guys got winter and Prince. That's all you got. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I love you all. Lakes, got a lot of lakes. Oh, joy. A lot of lakes over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, land of the lakes.
10,000. That's the name.
Okay, how about one ocean, huh? You ain't got that, huh, lake boy? Hi, boo-boo. I love you. And the tour is just beautiful. It's so emotional. I don't think I cried, but you just get really inspired. You're like, damn, this fool was in touch with some godlike shit or source, energy, whatever you want to call it. Just something else. And they talked about it a lot. And he just was... What else did I learn about him? Hang on, let me get some facts. Nope, nothing. Retained nothing. Got nothing, y'all.
Was it on Lake Minnetonka?
No, it was, there was 2 Paisley Parks. I guess there was the OG one and then the new state-of-the-art one that he built into a massive studio and performance center. So that might have been the other one because I didn't see a lake nearby. But, diner, drum room, just, I can't explain it. Just the attention to detail on everything. He had custom shoe room. He, they had to build braces and brackets on the heel because he danced and performed in them. Just threw up a little again. Sorry about that. And everything he wore was custom. He worked with crazy designers because they loved him, like Versace or, it could be another guy. I don't remember, but a big one. Like I was like, oh, Vuitton. One of them fucks. One of them fancy fucks. I'm Carhartt, bitch. Do you know designer Carhartt? I do. I don't. I don't know if that's a real person. Anyways, wait, the boots? No, I had something. Come on, God.
All his clothes was designed.
Everything's custom. Oh, he liked wearing heels and platforms. Not because he was gay or he was a woman. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Canceled. Craig, you canceled. Hope you enjoy your first big break because they were going to take it away because your little podcast words. Because the whole world is a pussy boy. Your father was right. They're all pussies. Oh, he said gay. Who cares? Go suck a dick. I don't give a fuck. That's I don't know, anyways. Oh, no, I already lost it. What was I talking about again?
Heels.
ADHD. Oh, he liked to wear them because he was tiny and they gave him height. But also he said they made him sit and stand upright. And I don't wear heels, but it makes sense to me. You can't slouch in heels. Got to be real sad to slouch in heels. Oh, God, what am I doing? Anyways, I copped this hoodie. I copped that mug. I copped a magnet. And the dude, everyone there was cool as fuck. Everyone who worked there had a joy about him. Prince pays well, you could tell. They were genuinely happy. I'm sure it's a great gig, and they must be treated well, but they were passionate about their job. The lady that gave us the tour was so dope because she used to party there back in the day. Groupie. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I could be right. I could be right. I could be wrong, too. Anyway, she was amazing, and she knew stories, and she actually went there when Prince would send out his newsletter and make concerts like that night, and she got to see him jam out there in his own home. And he had bedrooms there, but he didn't really live there. That was they said he lived there, but he was such a musical genius that he lived behind the music board. And they said that's not a joke. Like, we're not saying that. He played every instrument. He was a producer. He did everything. And he said, the lady said, there's a leather chair there that he sat in and he sang his vocals to. And he goes, 99% of vocalists stand when they do their vocals because I'm not. At last, I'm not a motherfucking vocalist, but it makes sense. Your breath, you want to belt shit. I imagine standing is better. But Prince had to sit down because he was controlling all the soundboard. And so he did it all. He composed, he produced, he did the drum machine. Like, you're just like, damn, dog. So most of his music was just, he had bands behind him. They explained that too. But a lot of the bulk of his music, especially the stuff locked in the vault, is just him. It's 100% him. Just playing. He did the drum machine. Then he go lay that down. Then, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I can't even speak words right half the time. This guy's fucking. And he said, this is that spiritual shit, but he said in one of the videos we watched about him how he woke up every day and thought it was a waste of the day if you didn't look at it in this sense, like, how can I give back to the world? And he said he didn't even really necessarily, he wrote his music, but he said he would tap into it. It was like channeled through him. And I've heard that from dozens and dozens, hundreds of performers now, usually the really, really, really good ones too. We're like, I'm just kind of a vessel. You just kind of tap in. So go stick your dick in the soil and tap into God. I've been telling y'all for how many years now? Nobody listens to me. I don't see no dirt on your pecker, Chris. These are just weird jokes about it. You know what I mean? Tapping in, whether that be through meditating or nature. People have felt it too, whether in your art or not. Like an idea is just like this lightning bolt in your head. You're like, I didn't have that. Where the fuck that come from? It's a trip. Inventors talk about it too. Tesla talked about it in the dream world, lucid dreaming. He got all this shit from there. It's crazy shit, especially when it comes from geniuses. You're just like, whoa. Let me think. Anything else about Prince other than it was absolutely an amazing experience? And there's 3 tiers of tours. Definitely don't do the cheapie. I understand, but do the middle one at least. You get some extra rooms. And then there's the VIP newsletter. It was just so inspiring. I think the Illuminati killed him. 50-50. I think it's 50-50 on everything. You're like, what? Did he do drugs? Did he die? 50%, yeah. Did they whack him because he was waking too many people up, telling them they're trying to kill us and they spray us in the air with chemicals? He said that on an interview. He said also, don't let the computer get in you. He said this in like early 2000s. Like now it's pretty common. But you know, 1999, 2000, nobody's saying that. Prince was. That's the man right there. I wish I could have had him on my podcast. He wouldn't do it. He said, what? You the guy that touched everything in the diner, even though they told you not to, huh? He sold over 100 million records. And he was extremely charitable, too. I forgot this part. He always, in every city he performed at, he would stop by the children's hospital and pay them a visit and not tell anyone about it. Key thing. Tupac would do that, too. I don't tell nobody. It changes things. Kim Kardashian is like, I'm not looking so good in the media. Schedule a children's hospital. Have the paparazzi there. Make it look natural. Oh. You know, you could tell. You could tell the real ones from those fake lips that I wouldn't mind. Give me those big fake butt cheeks. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep it godly. Keep it godly. Yeah, Prince was just absolutely amazing. Other than the poor driver getting yelled at by the security guard, and then security guard came at him first, and then the guy was like, "We're like, come on, dude." Anyways, that was the only weird thing about Prince's place. That place was magical. Just stop at the booth. Stop at that fucking booth. Don't you drive past that. That motherfucker will chase you down. Say, hey, bitch, where the fuck you think you're going? I was like, you from the street, fool? He's like cussing. He punked that poor driver. It was awesome. It was scary, too. That was funny. Yeah, just everyone there was just absolutely pleasant and lovely. Oh, he had candles burning all the time. And he said it helped with his creative process. And he had lovely smells. The place smelled amazing. He had jasmine and myrrh. It was called Garden of Eden. He had diffusers and incense candles going all of the time. All natural shit, though. They even said that. Essential oils. No Glade. No cancer. Smells like cancer today. Y'all want lymphoma? Read the ingredients list on that shit. If your air freshener says contact the poison control hotline, I'm just going to throw this one out there and say it's not good for you. If it says poison, no good. Our world is fucking upside down. Ooh, let me spray this lemon oil. No, let me get Glade. I want to cough. Let me get some Febreze rather than take a shower. Fucking lunatics. Anyways, they're trying to kill us. They killed Prince. I can't not say that one episode. Can I get one episode without saying fuck the feds? I try so hard. God, namaste, meditate, masturbate, fuck the feds. You know I'm right. Other than the good, honest feds that try to rat on the feds doing shady shit and then they get whacked for doing so. Anyhow, it's all right. I trust the Clintons. I trust Bill Gates. Seem real nice. They went to this island a bunch of times. Must have been a vacation. Okay. Kingdom. Oh, this just happened last night. So, fly in from Minnesota. I'm just tired. You do 6 shows. I'm traveling. That was like my 6th weekend in a row. You kind of just messes you up. I take a nap. I wake up from the nap. I eat a yogurt and I go back to sleep. That's how much sleep I needed, and I get waken up by my cats. I got these Sonos Bluetooth speakers all over my house because I made it. Costco. You don't gotta make it that high in life to get Sonos, but it's nice. I never been this high before. I got speakers. And my damn cats like the lights on it, so they keep hitting it, and I keep waking up to Lyrics Born. Have you ever been dead asleep and wake up to Lyrics Born? And you're just like, somebody's in my house. No, it's a kitten. It's a kitten playing with the lights. And then I even laid it down. And he still hit it on the side, so I had to power it off. And he woke me up twice. And that's their new thing, because my sister laid down the speakers. They're like, what are you laying down my speakers for? The cats keep pumping it. And then all of a sudden, I'm laying it down. Hang on, my mama's calling me. Mama, I'm recording my podcast. What's up?
Oh, call me when you have a moment. No biggie.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. If you don't want to go there, it's fine. That is actually I'm thinking it's more of a kid place, girl place, because they have a lot of little shops.
I just don't know what I want to do for my birthday yet, and it might be cool. I just haven't looked at it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I don't care about the kids on my birthday. It's my birthday.
No, I know. That's what
So
I mean.
who gives a shit about
I know, I was
Thaddeus and
thinking of
Mila? It's my day.
No, they have a koi
This is
pond
my
there,
day.
okay?
This is
It's
my day,
Nicole's
Mother.
day.
Are you listening to me?
It's Nicole's
She
day
doesn't listen.
also.
Look at I'm heckling her. She doesn't even listen.
It's
She didn't stop
Nicole's
one word.
day also.
Well,
All right, come in
screw
here.
Nicole. No, I'm just kidding.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we'll do it there. I don't care. I'm sorry. I give you a hard time. I'm a little shit. We'll just do it there. I love you.
You're a big shit right now.
I love you, mommy. I'm sorry I give you such a hard time. We'll do it at Shenandoah, all right? We'll do it there, okay?
Bye.
All right, bye. I'm such a bastard. What a piece of shit. I'm playing, though. It's not me. Because my mom said, hey, we're going here for your birthday. I was like, hey, it's my birthday. I just said, let me look at it first. I just landed, I haven't looked at it. I go with the flow. I did want it. I was like, let me think where I want to go for my birthday. And they're like, no, we chose for you. I'm like, okay, whatever. As long as I'm with my family and they got a cheeseburger, I'll be all right. But I spicy. I just like to shake shit up, You're like, oh, this is boring. Let's put some acid in the teapot. Too far. Oh, speaking of that. What am I staying on track? Yeah, fuck it. We're going to Mexican wedding now. I just went to Mexico and I went to a wedding. And when we get down, and this is going to sound fucked up and I'm going to offend somebody, but whatever. I always do anyway, so why am I pussyfooting around? I don't know what is it with, I have Mexican relatives in Mexico and I have Mexican relatives in the States. And the Mexicans in Mexico that never came over here, they're all very well behaved, well-to-do, educated, lawyers, doctors, stuff, And over here, not so much, is all I'm gonna say. There's like 8 gangsters in the LA side. I counted one day. 7? A lot. More than one. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just think that is so funny and fascinating that America, generally speaking, looks at Mexico and thinks, oh, and I'm like, no, it was bred here. USA, USA, USA did this. And that just is a funny thing I have witnessed that is true in certain areas of my family. And I find that fascinating. I'm not trying to throw shade on nobody. It's just funny. And so some of the American Mexicans, we smuggle some weed to Mexico because you can't trust their weed down there. They get caca weed. They get that poo-poo. Mexico, Mexico's so stripped. The country in itself, they do so many things way better than us. Way better. And then so many things way worse. Where you're like, oh, there it is. For instance, just something I noticed. We're staying at this cute boutique hotel, just gorgeous, just birds chirping, pool, jacuzzi, just nice hotel. You look at it, you're like, oh, this is cute. This is nice. The wedding was there. And then we go to the hotel room and the electrical socket is just, it's just not sideways, just crooked. And you're just like, you spent all this money on this beautiful resort. And then just that was like, like things like that you notice. But the produce is better, fresher, and cheaper and grown locally. It also trips me out that I could be completely wrong, but what appears to me to be because of certain levels of poverty, things are grown locally and organically just because of lack of mass farming. They definitely have that too, but people take it into their own hands. And let's just say, fertilize, like toxic fertilizers and pesticides aren't used just because they don't have access to it or can't afford it. They just live off the land. And because of that, produce is so cheap, so fresh. You don't have to wait. There's no wait. You know what I mean? Nothing goes to waste there too. It's just weird. I noticed that. And like you get a gallon of OJ squeezed from an old lady that you feel guilty. I tipped her. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I should be squeezing that, but I don't want to. Dude, what was the equivalent? What would have been $18 for fresh squeezed orange juice in the States was like $2. You're just like, what? Here's $5. Like, here. It's the best deal of my life. And so the wedding, that was a wedding. Mexicans, what I noticed is everyone has more fun, like genuine more fun. Like people were dancing from kids to grandpas and enjoying themselves, not like pull you out to the dance floor. Nobody's on Molly except for the American Mexican. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. No, you know what I mean? Like shit, like I don't know. It just was a different vibe. Like not that those vibes couldn't be achieved over here and at white weddings, but usually there's some drugs involved. Is all I'm saying. She's a little Molly or coke, like, well, Todd got crazy. Well, yeah, he was on 8-ball. Over there, everyone's just having a genuine good time. There was like this 89-year-old lady dancing more than me. And I was like, you're making me feel bad. My legs hurt, lady. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Boo. Here, pick up those electronics. Hurry, dude. My cat just knocked over a glass of water. And we're back, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, cat. Boo spilt a tall glass of water. This guy over here said, can I have water? I'm like, no, Chris. And then he got it anyways. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Chris. I like fucking around, dude. It's all out of love, though. I hate it when I am malicious or angry. It's not that often, and it's usually the person kind of deserves it. I'm like, I'm gonna get this fucker. Most of the time, 90% of the time, it's just like Don Rickles. Let's get it cracking. Let's talk some shit. Anyhow, where was I at? The wedding?
Yeah, you're talking about the lady dancing more than you.
Yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ceremony. Shout out to my cousin Gabby. Hola Gabi. It's funny too, like my cousin Gus, they call them Goose. They're real, you know. We're whitewashed over here. Goose. And her husband Marcelino. And it was a beautiful, beautiful wedding. Just fun, man. What a celebration. They also have the family unit intact a little bit more down there. Family seems to be, not that it's not important in the States, it just seems to be slightly more important or slightly more held together down there. It's how it feels and appears. Because it's just, or at least my family down there, because everyone's got, it's like clans, you know? It's like, we should start a cartel. We got power. No, they're good. I'm just kidding. No, Craig. Don't you say that. And then, I forgot. Yeah, we were taking bets on who was gonna fall, whether it be my mom or my uncle. I won't name them because they, you know. Anyways, my uncle fell. He's a big old sucker, and I had to help him to his room. But so those gummies at these weddings, and I actually plan on being 100% sober because I brought nothing, had nothing, and didn't want to piss any of the family off. And I also had a Comedy Central taping right after the wedding. I was flying straight from Mexico to Comedy Central taping. And so I was like, all right, I want to be clear-headed. I'm going to be rested, relaxed, no drugs. But somebody from the States, you know, smuggled some gummies down there. So we got shit cracking. We were eating them. And then on my Mexican side, it's also funny that we're all such mirrors because there's a version of me down there in Mexico. And I'm not naming anybody because the people, I don't, you know, like they're like, oh, don't talk about me on my podcast. I'm like, you know, I am. It's my life. Stop. Oh, she's attacking a bug. These cats are killing my plants. They chopped the head off another plant. Hey, dude, come on. My plants have gnats and shit, so they start attacking the bugs in the plants, and my poor plants, they all got these bite marks and hack marks. Shit. Anyways, the Mexican version of me down there, the knucklehead, the rocker,
Yeah.
He gave his mom a gummy, and it's not her thing, you know, but they're only fives. But when you haven't done any in 20 years, 30 years, whatever, five's a lot. And she ended up eating about 4 or 5 desserts and going back to her room and missing most of the reception. She couldn't hang. And that's so funny. So he inspired me. I was like, you dose your mom. I want to dose my mom. But I'm not a monster, so I bit it in half. But then there was this other lady, my aunt down there, that's like my mom. She's a goofball. My mom's so goofy. That's where I get a lot of my goofballness is from my mama. And so I was like, I'm going to lace these 2 goofball old ladies at this wedding. But it's me and the other knucklehead. So it's 2 knuckleheads. And we're dosed up. I had about 4 or 5 of them, and it's been a while. I needed to dance that night. And they were lovely gummies. And so I bit it in half, and I had 2 halves, and I tried to give it to my aunt and my mom. And we hand it to them. We're just like this. And we start giggling. And they're like, why are you guys laughing? We're like, try this candy. It's good. And then they were like, why is it bitten in half? Because I don't want to dose you too much. You know, just a little bit. And then they just like looked at us like, we don't trust you. And then they wouldn't eat it. And that's like the 3rd time I've tried to dose my mother. But my shit-eating grin on my face gives it away because I'm such a bad liar. And she's like, what's in this? It's a mint. It's a mint. It's a mint. And we're giggling, and me and him are looking at each other like, stop. It's like a scene from a movie when the kids are trying to sneak in and like, stop it. Like, we're so obvious. And we didn't get them. Probably a better thing. I would have had to roll my mom to the room. I ain't picking her up. She's a big lady. That's rude, Craig. Don't say that. Anyways, So then my mom, she does the torpedoes. We know. Torpedo gang, what's up? I don't know why I did that. That's my gang symbol. Oh, I met a gangster in Minnesota. He scared me. Don't let me forget that story. Torpedo team. I guess I'll just talk about the gangster real quick. And the Mall of the America, the shows in Minnesota, there was this one he scared me. He was a gangster. He had 2 teardrops. Or 1. I don't know. Teardrops, if you don't know, and he earned them. There's the fake teardrops, and then there's teardrops that you get when you're in prison. It's because you killed a man. And he shakes my hand way too hard and pulls me in. He said, "What's up?" And he tells me his name. I'm like, "Hey." Like, I just got done performing. And then he tells me the area he's from. And I make it clear in my act, because I do have gangster cousins, but I say in it, I was like, I am not a gangster. I don't have hands. I have jokes. Like, I've been knocked out, and then I was like, it was just weird. It was like almost like he was hinting me up for my set, my gang. I was like, I don't have one, sir. I'm fart joke gang, torpedo team gang. Like, we're here for silliness and love, even though I love weapons. And and yeah, it was just scary, and that was just funny. I was like, I'm a comedian, bro. Like, I love Prince. Like, what do you want from me? I don't have an area. Other than, will Redondo Beach piss you off? Yeah, I live by the beach. Anyways, it was quite scary. And I was like, yeah, you're the alpha, bro. You're the alpha. I know you can kill me. Now, please leave me alone, because I'm just trying to tell fart jokes here. But it was weird, because I was like, are you trying to fight me, kill me, or you fucked with me? You liked me? I couldn't tell. I almost think it might have been like respect, bro, but just in a very aggressive, scary manner. Well, I was like, thanks. No thanks, I don't gangbang. I'm just a silly goose. That's my cousin's department. You go hit on them. They'll fight you. Yeah, they're crazy. Anyways, not me though. Fart jokes, guys. No gangbang. No gangbang. Yeah, that's it. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, back to the weed. So this is before the wedding. We get to Valle de Bravos, this beautiful little lake vacation town in Mexico. And my cousin, I ain't gonna name him, but he was on my Insta story. It's all right, the world knows. We're at like a family function. I'm a dumb. You've heard my stories. This fool's just fucking rolling up right at the party. And I'm like, dog, like, go to the bathroom, go to the alley. And then he sparks it. And this is not that type of party, bro. Like, this is very conservative. That's still the devil down there. Even though everyone's drinking whiskey, and tequila, and whiskey. That's the real devil, in my opinion. But down there, they're different. It's conservative still. That's still like on the level of cocaine, even though it's clearly not. It is perceived that way down there by many of people, especially religious people, even though it's in the book of Genesis saying God gave you seed-bearing brain plants to huff. Anyways, it's just not that party, and actually the groom had to go over to him and be like, hey man, like, don't do that here. Like, my parents are here. And then he's just that dumb to where he thought that was okay, or drunk. Anyways, he's going to be mad at me. He listens to this. Read the room, dumb. And then I was like, he's like, you want to? I'm like, yeah, but in the alley downstairs, dog. I'm staying on the other side of the party, so I get because they probably think it's me and it's him, I'm like, I'm over here. He did it. I had nothing to do with it. Just because I was guilty the first 1,000 times, I changed my ways. And I was trying to think of more. That was just a lovely time. So many stairs. I forgot what it's called. There's no ADA compliance down there. Did I get that?
I think, yeah.
Yes. There's no handicap spots. There's no elevators. There's often no fucking railing. And I got my big booty mama with me, and there's a lot of big booties over there, and they're getting older. And we were just scared. I was like, oh. Anyways, thank God it was just my uncle that fell. No, it was the grass. It was cool. It was just, I mean, it's bad he fell, but it was as safe as it could have gone wrong. And we went to this place called Sonora Steakhouse, Sonora Grill, and they had this shit called fundido, and it's burnt cheese with beef. Not like burnt, but like, like charred. Dog, this is the best shit I ever ate in my life. This is the best. I ate a steak, and then they busted this out, and I ate like 3 more tacos. I was already full. I was already at capacity, but it tastes so good. You know what? Something tastes so good. You're about to throw up. You're like, I'll have 4 more, please. I'll have 4 more. How is that even possible? I had to unbutton my pants. I'm a skinny bitch. You know how much I got to eat for me to unbutton a button? These little thin hips. These little thin hips. Got a fat nipples, though. Yeah, ruin it there. Oh, so then, okay. I only named one guy so far. That's pretty good. So then my mom, she's a bigger lady, so she pee-pees. The torpedoes are real, folks. This isn't a joke. And, I forgot that torpedo story. So I found a torpedo on the ground, but it wasn't a torpedo. It was just a napkin because my mom upgraded to these little diapers and maxi pads because the torpedoes weren't enough. And so I found what looked like a torpedo, and I put it on the chair, and I go, look, Mom's left a torpedo. And everyone like questioned it and went like, you know what I mean? That's funny in itself. And then my sister said, no, that can't be a torpedo. Mom's wearing a diaper. And that's just so funny to me, where it's like, no, it can't be a torpedo for torpedo's sake. It can't be one because she already has a legit diaper on. Because she squirts a little pee out when she coughs, sneezes, or laughs too hard. And it just happens when you're a larger woman or get older. I don't know. It's what the billboard said on the way to Hollywood. And sneeze. Did I say sneeze? Mm-hmm. Cough, sneeze, yeah. And so we go to breakfast after the wedding. No, this is before the wedding. So we go to breakfast, and my mom's not wearing her diaper. And we're funny. And we get to laughing, and she starts laughing, and she starts squirting pee through her chair. It's a wicker chair, so you can see the drips going through, hitting the floor. And she's like, oh my God, I'm peeing. And then me and my gay uncles were laughing. But it gets kind of sad and serious and gross for a second. But then we get over that real quick. We're like, oh, you are. Like, we thought she was kidding. And then there was a puddle underneath her. And then so we're laughing, and we put a napkin on it and tip a little extra, And then we go about our day. Oh. And then my mom hangs up her muumuu. She pissed in, right? And she's taking a shower. And so my sister's getting ready for the wedding, and she doesn't want to put on her, her fancy wedding dress to get ready in, and she doesn't want to wear jeans and a t-shirt. So she just slips on my mom's muumuu and is walking around getting ready for the wedding. And I don't think anything of it. And then all of a sudden my mom is out of the shower and getting ready. And this is a good amount of time. I would say an hour. And then my mom starts nudging me, and she starts laughing. She goes, look. I'm like, what? She goes, look what she's wearing. And I'm like, what? She's wearing my pee-pee dress. And my sister was wearing my mom's piss dress. And then my mom told her. And my sister was just... My sister wore my mama's piss dress for over an hour. That is so funny. She's just sitting in piss. That's so gross. Oh, poor Cynthia. Oh, I named her. Oh, whatever. What are you gonna do, pee-pee girl? Didn't you think there was a strong smell coming from that dress? For the piss dress. What was that? Oh, my water bottle. Do you catch? These cats are crazy. My curtains are done. My plants are done. I can only have water bottles now. No more glasses. This one likes to play and take a bath in the toilet if you leave the lid up. I'm like, oh my God. How do you love water? The kittens, one likes water, one loves water. She hops in the shower and plays in the puddles. I'm like, you're supposed to be terrified of this. Get out of the toilet. Yeah, my sister was wearing a piss dress, man. That is so funny, dude. And then, I don't know, I'm supposed to say this. I mean, this is interesting. I think I have to. So the gummies, they're like, oh yeah, let's eat them all here. And they brought kind of a lot. I was like, no problem. So I'm eating them, they're eating them, and they're beautiful. These beautiful little fives, and they're just happy. I just had to take 4 or 5 of them. Get a goose. Get your goose going, you know? And so he's like, oh, I just want like 1 or 2 for the flight home. I was like, okay, cool. And this fucking lunatic takes him to the airport and waits to eat them behind the gate. I'm like, what? What? I mean, I took mine to the airport, but as soon as we got out of the cab, I literally went, you know, because I'm not a psychopath. Not psycho. I don't know what the word is. That's just crazy as shit. That's insanity. That's insane. He's like, oh, yeah. And then they searched his bag, and they were right there, but they didn't get him. But I'm just like, you couldn't eat that on the other, right there. There's a trash can right on the other side. Eat, trash. All gone. Also, it's so crazy that they searched me way more coming from Mexico to the States, but by the Mexican government, not the States. They went through all my shit, and they said, got any powders? And I went, not anymore. I got some ashwagandha powder, activated charcoal powder, but you're about 10 years too late, Mr. Federale. And they search the fuck out of you and directly ask you, do you have any powders, verbally and on the questionnaire. It's hysterical. And then, I went to the lounge. They changed the gate on my uncles, and they missed their flight. They changed the gate on my sister and mom too, and my mom then walked so fast, my mom almost missed the flight. My sister had to run ahead of her to then hold the gate, to then say, my mom's coming. And they're like, you better hurry up. She's like, I can't, man. She's fucking wobbling as fast as possible. I told her to get a wheelchair. Anyways, Mexico airport runs a little differently. It's just a little bit more, you're on your own. Change gates, not really big announcements. It is nice and fancy though, like, because I went to the lounge, it was cool. And the flight attendants on the true Mexican Airlines, not Delta, just a little beat slower, you know. Let's just say you hold on to that trash a little longer. And we got bumped up to first class on the flight there. That was magical. That was so dope. Me and my mama were in first class, living like queens. Kings. And it was just a lovely, lovely, lovely damn time. Did I do all the notes? My cat knocked my phone over. Let me see all the notes here. Oh, I forgot. So I have noise canceling headphones, and I'm used to flying like that. But when you get first class, they give you these nice fancy headphones. I don't know if they're noise canceling, but they're legit and they're super nice. They're over the ear. So my mom has these headphones on, and we're watching Owls of Gahul because I made her. It's a great movie. Watch it. It's the best movie ever made. Fantastic. How is there not a sequel? How is there not a sequel? Helen Mirren's in that movie. Come on, Mirren. Produce it yourself. Fantastic flick. Anyways, so she's talking to me, but she has her headphones on. So she's like, Philip, you know? And I'm like, Mom, I'm just laughing. I'm like, Mom, you are yelling. You are absolutely yelling at the top of your lungs. Why did I say that? And then we were farting too. We couldn't stop farting. And so we're farting in first class with headphones on, and I'm laying stinkers. I felt bad. I said it before. You can't fart in first class. At least stinkers. That's back of the plane. That's my old self. It's just bad. It's expected to smell like that back there. Up here, no. We got. They gave us, dude, the first class. Let me see if I can remember everything. They gave me like this asparagus with this grated Parmesan cheese on it and peppers. It was so good. And then chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, broccoli. Over here, little cheese charcuterie plate, 3 cheeses and some chutney. You know you're in the rich shit when you get chutney. They got like apricot, wasabi, chutney, horseradish, whatever. It was weird but good. You're like, I don't know what this is, but I like it. I like it. I'm used to jelly. I'm used to grape jelly. I don't know what a fucking chutney is. Chutney. Okay, rich people. You know, they're like, we've had enough time with grape jelly. Let's make some mango chutney. Stop eating my plant. Get out of there. Stop it. Oh, that was fucked up. How do you make plants stop eating plants? I said that wrong. How do you make cats stop destroying your fucking houseplants?
There might be certain scented, like orange oil, I think they don't like. You could put that around it.
Yeah, because these plants,
Yeah, she's been messing with that plant for
they
an hour.
destroy them. I feel bad.
You might have too many cats.
Fuck you, Chris. You see how serious I got? I'll fucking kill you. I love plants and I love cats. How do I do this? Where I'm like, stop it. I choose cats over the plants.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also like, hey, I've had that plant for 7 years and you just you just decapitated the plant I had for 7 years. Oh, it breaks my heart. The blinds, what do they call them? The curtains. I get more of those. That ain't no thing. That was one plant. Oh, they gave out peanuts though. Mm-hmm. Mexican Airlines don't give a fuck. Hope you brought your EpiPen, bitch. You want some peanut? You want some cacahuates? Mr. Planner's gonna make your eyes swell shut. Why you think he's only got one eye? He's allergic pussy boy just like you. Pussy boy. Hope you don't go into anaphylactic shock. Did I say that one right? Have no idea. Trying to sound smart. Mom pissed the chair. Yep, that's pretty much. Oh, there was also this one cousin that's like, he drinks too much and doesn't work on himself. So nobody wanted to invite him to the wedding. And they felt bad. They're like, he's family. I'm like, well, he gets wasted and humps everyone's leg every time. That's on him. There's a reason I don't drink whiskey. I was the leg humper. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now I'm telling cousins to not smoke weed. I mean, at the party. Just go to the alley, you dumb. Fucking 2-minute walk and you smoke it all. Unbelievable. You know, you just change. You just grow up. Anyway, no, so what happened was, I didn't know if I was going to talk about this, but why not? So I've been going to Mexico my whole life to visit my family, and one of my cousin's friends, this is also a funny photo I shared because I shared it on my stories, and it was like 4 cousins and this cute girl I'm holding, but I said the one I'm holding is not my cousin, and it's not, because it's hard to find a not cousin when I'm down there. I'm like, are you my cousin? They're like, no. Hey, what's up? And so when I was a teenager, it kind of changed me too, because she was so beautiful and has these blue eyes, and she's just a Mexican girl from Mexico. And I, of course, fell in love. But I was in high school, and I had like a girlfriend, and I didn't cheat. And I like asked my sisters, and one of them said no, and one of them said, dude, you're a teenager. Who gives a fuck? Do that shit. And I didn't. And I chose the high road, and I regretted it the rest of my life. So I've been cheating ever since, you know? It influenced me, man. And I thought about her so much. I was like, can't believe you didn't do it. Whoa, you ain't married. Until you're married and have kids, fucking go for it. That's just my thoughts. Because, yeah, I was a fucking teenager. Who gives a shit? I haven't spoken to that ex-girlfriend in 15 years. Anyways, so nothing ever happened. We stayed in touch over the years, but she's in Mexico. I'm in the States. You know, shit didn't happen. But now she was at this wedding, and I'm on gummies. And then we started dancing, and she's a spicy thing. She's talking all this shit. She's like, you can't dance, white boy. And I'm like, why are you making me feel bad? I'm too high. She's like, you don't speak Spanish, you can't dance. She speaks English and German. It's also funny that we make fun of fucking other countries for not speaking our language when most other countries speak multiple languages, and let's just say Americans usually don't. Yeah. Anyways, it was awesome. We ended up making out on the dance floor, and it was fucking cool. And it was like 20 years later, you know. And it felt weird. It felt trippy. It felt like I was a teen again. It did. It was crazy. And then, yeah, I didn't know she went with a date. And I guess I pissed her date off. I was like, my bad. That was a long time coming. And, but it was a chick. So she likes chicks. She's bi. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Well, she was at the wedding. The whole wedding knew. So I guess I pissed off some lady in a suit. I was like, oh, that's why they were mean mugging me the whole time. I didn't fucking know. I asked her for a Coke. Hey, can I have a Coke? I was like, why are you wearing a suit? You're the only female here in a suit. I thought you were a server. Give me a Coke while I make out with your girl right now. Anyways, yeah, I tried to make out with her in the bushes. She said, get away from me, Craig. We're not going to the bushes. I was like, well, I'm sharing a room with my mom. What do you want me to do? I'll kick her out. Mom, get your piss dress. Get the fuck out. I got a hot lady. No, it was a good time. And then the party turned a little crazy, and I had to go. I had to take my mom to her room because there's no elevators. I had to walk her, and then I'm not even going to lie. I was very happy to have to take my mother to the room because I was like, I tap out, and I was done. And that was the end of the party. And, yeah. Now I got to move to Mexico for my wife that has a wife. That's the second or third time that has happened. Cause I'm feminine. I got long hair and soft nipples. I know. But I'm a man, and then I'm like the gateway, you know. Cause that happened. I have a joke about a Prince concert, and it's all true. 3 friends, one dude, he came out, but he inspired the girls we were with to come out, and then they came out of the closet too, but we didn't know about them, and they were a couple. And I was always hitting on my roommate's girlfriend. And I was wondering why my roommate's mad at me. And I'm like, I didn't know. The moment you told me, I stopped. I'm not a fucking asshole. I was like, I felt so stupid. I was like, why did you tell me? No wonder you're mad at me. Good job, she thought. Yeah. It's funny because most men are such assholes, they'll abuse women to switch teams and be gay, where I'm the opposite. Watch out, lesbians. I'm coming for your lesbian girlfriend. I'm coming for the one that's not wearing the chain protector. You know what I'm saying? Is that too far? Is that too far? I'm coming for the one that doesn't look like Al Borland. I'm dating myself full time. Is this too far? It's too far. Hey, lumberjack, your girlfriend's mine. God, that's so funny. That's so funny. That's gonna get me in hot water later. He beats his cat. He talks shit about lesbians. No, I love lesbians. You're just mad because I stole your lesbian. Besides, lesbian is like one of the best words. Lesbian. Listen to that. It's like diarrhea. I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying that's a good word. That's a good word. Like for comedic effect. Like gay doesn't even pack the same punch. It's 3 letters, 1 syllable. It's not, unless it's like you go gay, and then it's funny because you added some girth. Oh boy. Can't wait to get on network television. They're like, what are you talking about then, Craig? Oh, nothing. You talk for 500 hours. See what you can do, huh? You just say stuff. People are like, I can't believe you said that. I'm like, I can't believe I said that. I don't even remember saying that. Did I say that? Oh, I guess I did. I'm just lie. AI did it. They're fake. It's fake. Fuck the feds. They said it. The AI did it. Anyways, it was lovely. I'm going back to Mexico real soon. That's all my Mexican wedding notes. What a beautiful, beautiful celebration that was. Once again, congratulations to Gabi and Marcelino, my cousin, and her husband, and their beautiful family they're going to make. That was a lovely, lovely, lovely wedding. I had a blast. I'm sorry to the girl in the suit. I didn't know. I found out the next day. Probably wouldn't have changed nothing. You gotta, what are you gonna do? Don't hate the player, hate the game. It was 20 years coming. I knew her before you. How about that? You stole her from me. Huh? Wildness. This is 2 weeks. This is just 2 weeks. Mexican wedding, Comedy Central taping, Minnesota, almost got murdered at the mall. You know what I mean? What the fuck? And there's stories I can't even tell you either. You always meet girls. You're not going to talk about me in your podcast, are you? I wish I could. I wish I could. I think I was somebody's rock bottom in Minnesota. They hung out with me and then they got arrested. Shouldn't be around me. I'm bad luck. Anyways, we'll keep it vague. I don't want to get killed. I got to do ayahuasca again. I need to go to church. We got to... something's happening, Chris. What's happening? I like good times. I like adventure. I like adrenaline. And that is like drugs, barebacking, running from the cops. That's not good. But boy, it's exciting. I tell you what. What a little shit. Okay, Comedy Central taping. Man, that shit was the scariest shit I ever done in my life. Also, I'm not trying to make excuses. I believe I rose up and did the damn dance. I only flubbed one little line that I can remember. But I went in cold. I went from Mexico to Comedy Central. I didn't run my set not one time in 9 days. You know what I mean? This is usually something I'm doing 3 to 11 times a week. You run shit. And the one time I get a Comedy Central taping, it's straight from a wedding. And obviously I'm not going to miss my family's wedding. So I was like, whoop. Looks like God wants me to go out there cold. So, I did my things. I meditated. I took some ashwagandha, a microdose of psilocybin mushroom, because you got to be loosey-goosey for Comedy Central. Papa didn't raise no bitch. It's my first time in 9 days. You think I'm not going to be on some form of hallucinogen. Prince, baby. And so they picked me up in an Uber Lux, like a big fat pimp Mac Daddy Escalade by myself. Just fuck the planet. Fuck global warming. Suck my Comedy Central nutsack. I made it, mama. Where's the peanuts? Oh, you can't have them in the States. It's good. In Mexico, we're in a tube. I don't know. I was trying to do a riff. Didn't hit that good. Shit. So get picked up way too early, by the way. Get down to the shoot. Show starts at like 7. They want you there at 3. I'm like, that's too long. I don't do hair and makeup. You know? I did my own hair. They did a little powder on the nose. I was a little shiny. Because I was sunburned. I was so sunburned. I had a red chest. I'm peeling now. I laid out for 1 hour in Mexico because I wanted to be tan for Comedy Central. Thank God my face didn't get burned, but my chest was beat red, so I was just nuclear, exhuming heat during my taping. And then I'm first. I'm like, I talk about my cousin's pussy, and you put me first? I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it, but I have what I have. This is happening. And I get up there, and I believe I ripped it. Thank God someone texted me way later that, like, somebody there said you crushed. I was like, oh, my God. Because I truly didn't know. It was an out-of-body experience. I got off stage, and I was like, what happened? My manager was there, not Trader Joe's. My Hollywood manager. And he's like, you did it. And I was like, did I say the words right? Did they come out? Like, did I hit the? I don't remember what I did. I don't. It was trippy. And it also is insane that as I'm on stage taping for Comedy Central and there's 6 cameras and smoke machines and Hollywood people, execs, producers, all the things in the back, real people, real audience, 2 sold out show. And I'm thinking in my head, damn, I didn't run my set. I'm a little rusty. Oh, I'm on a microdose. Was that a smart move, Craig? Oh, look at this guy. He's not smiling. Oh, look at that one. They're smiling while delivering jokes. I can't even talk or remember to fucking go to the grocery store for broccoli. But on stage, I'm so hyper-focused. There's 9 thoughts happening as I'm delivering a joke on point, on beat. And I'm just, and then on top of that, I'm thinking like, whoa, how are you doing all this? I don't know because my brain farts every other time in life. It could be like my future wife that looks like Selma Hayek and be like, what was my name? Say my name and I'm yours. And I'll be like, Selma? No, you idiot. I just, you know what I mean? Like how? I don't understand it. I do the dance and I was with an amazing crew. I knew almost all of them. I didn't know like 3 of them. And then, of course, you bond forever that evening. And we're all friends now. And it's just a trip. Everybody killed too. I couldn't watch everybody's set. I just watched a couple homies. And but I made sure like we all kind of were checking in on each other. Like is there a laugh? Is there a laugh? Okay, laugh. Okay, we're good. They're in the pocket. They're riding the wave. Because, you know, everywhere. It was a really positive bunch too. No haters. Everyone was just as all love, all good vibes. Everyone would just wanted all of each other to win. There was no weirdos there. Usually there's always one weirdo, you know, a little nefarious, malicious intent. You're like, how the fuck do you get it? This fool Ryan booked it from Comedy Central, and he did an excellent job. There was just nothing but sweethearts and good people. Just sweet dudes, sweet ladies, anything, all things. And my homie Abe was there, and I used to do rehabs shows with him when he had tits. He'd transition. I'm getting the vernacular right. Yes. And he's dope because I knew him as a chick first, so I flubbed up the shit. And I went, oh, I'm sorry. And then he was like, don't worry, and gave me a hug. Like it's all good. And it's just the trip to go. What a journey we've been on to do rehab shows in Newport Beach at noon to 4 heroin addicts that are on methadone, kicking heroin, drooling, and we're like, tough crowd today, huh? You know, like we did so many rehabs together, and now we're taping for Comedy Central together. You know how that feels? We were just so happy, and it was just such a celebration of love and joy. Everybody ripped that shit. Everybody was nervous and shitting in their pants, but no one showed it for a split second on stage. You know what I mean? Because we're just fucking, we've been through it. I've been in war for 10 years. Like, that's what this business is. They call it the trenches for a reason. Even people I look up to and aspire to be like Bobby Lee, he's like, just wait. You just get to a higher level of trenches. It's like, he's like, now I'm in the trenches on movie sets. I made it out of the trenches in the comedic world, but now in HBO films and shit. And I was like, oh no. And, but it's higher level of trenches. Like, oh no, they forgot my Nespresso machine. They don't respect me. I'm just kidding. I don't really know. Yet, I'm coming, baby. I got bumped up to first class 2 times now. And just so many homies. The homie Henry Sir was there. And shout out to him too. I'm not throwing shade on him. It's public knowledge. But he had just lost his brother. And he showed up and he did the dance. I can't even imagine what that motherfucker was going through to deliver comedically when you're going through that spiritually and emotionally, you know? I was just like, whew. I'll send him some flowers. Tell him to stop being a pussy. No, that's a joke. That's an inappropriate joke. We do that. No, yeah, the list, Laura Peak, Sal Trujillo, Abe Fairley, the homie from the rehab shows. So many. Let me look at this list. Meredith Casey, how could I, Sean Jordan, I met him. That fool is so dope. I love that guy. Brody Reed, another sweet dude. What a fucking treat that man is. This fool Dylan Adler, that fool's crazy. This fool's doing backflips and doing splits on stage. I was like, God damn, bro, where'd you come from? Carmen Morales, the homie I've known forever. Jason Cheney, I'm used to do, oh my God, the shit gigs I used to do with this guy. Holy shit. Alex Hooper, my man. And he survived cancer to get a taping. The homie Abe Fairley I already named. Greg Santos, Kylie Vincent, Chloe Hillard. I mean, it was just such a treat. What a beautiful Comedy Central taping. And, yeah, just on a cloud, man. And shout out to Ryan Moran for booking me. And my agents and managers and team. Ian and Justin. Ian Arrighetti, Justin Silvera. My agent, Matt Bourne. I got a motherfucking team. To you, you little pussy boy. My little spinal cord back there. To all my fans, of course. Without you, I'm fucking nothing. Thanks for tuning in and sharing my weird shit. Yep. Much love. I just love you all. My mama pisses her dress. I love it too, and I love it. And I know I repeat a lot of things in the sense of, like I say, if I could do it, you could do it. But it's only because I never thought I could do any of this. You know what I mean? I've told you my story 50 million times. I was a drug addict with scabs on his nutsack on opioids and cocaine and alcohol, a loser with no money, living at home with his mother, would steal her car to cop drugs because my tags were expired because I spent tag money on Oxycontin. And then I scratch your nuts. And it's a vicious cycle. And I bring up all this shit because now I have a wife in Mexico. And now I have a Comedy Central taping. I tour the country and soon the world, and I've been in other countries, which is crazy because I have a record. That's amazing. I've been arrested a bunch. And my whole point is you can turn it around. I just had to get out of my own way. I had to stop becoming my own enemy. I had to stop being at war with myself. I have to stop playing victim. If you drink and it's always somebody else's fault, you're a dumb fuck. It is you. I know that because I was him. I know from experience, and it was a very bitter pill to swallow, where I'm like, oh, it's me. It is me. And the more quickly you can learn that and realize that, the better off you'll be with dealing with it and being like, oh, it's me. And you can change it. Like, people say you can't change. That's bullshit. I'm living proof. I've seen it time and time again with examples. You can learn from others on what not to do as well as what to do. I love my daddy, and he did teach me a lot of shit what to do, but he also taught me a lot what not to do. And same things with my sweet, beautiful mama. She, was the unconditional love that, of course, saved my life. And thank you, mommy. And I'm sorry I was such a little shit. But she can be a little bit negative too, and that's just because that's how she was brought up. And you grow up in the projects in Los Angeles in the 40s and 50s, you're not gonna have an abundant mindset. That shit's cannibals, it's crazy. And so it's kind of all over the place. Was just trying to share some of the few lessons I've learned, and I know I got a long way to go. I'm still pissing off chicks in suits, I gotta but let's just say the older problems were a lot bigger and a lot worse. And now I say I got 99 problems and they're all good. It's like too much work, too much travel. Before my nuts were on fire. These are better problems. And I share my story because you'll be surprised at what will happen if you just go for it. Yeah, that's it, man. Just fucking go for it. What's the worst that could happen? You end up in the same exact spot you're in right now, or possibly your dreams come true. I got Carhartt gloves now. That's sad, but this is like a dream. These are good gardening gloves. Oh, I got a shout out to my man James Lamone. I hope I got your name right, bro, but he works at the Carhartt store, and he gave me some shirts, and he's just a sweet dude. And let me get his name right. He showed up to the show after work. Yeah, James Lamone. I got it right. Unbelievable. Yeah, I got Carhartt gloves. I got Carhartt shirts. Ordered another jacket I don't need. Mall of the America custom-made Carhartt shirts. And yeah, dude, you'd be surprised. And it doesn't for all you delusionals out there, this shit doesn't take overnight either. You get 2 to 10 years, and good luck to you. It could also happen overnight. That's, but most of the time it takes a while and a lot of hard work. And I guess that's what I preach and promote, just helping one another out. The reason I say fuck the feds is because they ain't going to do shit. All they do is take. It's up to us to have community and to help each other out. Whether that be farming and growing different vegetables, or like, oh, you make hoodies? Okay, I make underwear. I'll trade you a hoodie for some chonies. I just shipped my pants in Mexico. I know that's weird. This is me trying to make it funny, but it's true. There's truth in that statement. Like, we can all help each other out. That's where it's at. Share shit. All my success up until Comedy Central really was all y'all sharing my shit. I had no real substantial credits before that taping. It was just kind of like, I had stuff, but it was nothing anyone respected in the industry. Comedy Central taping, they're like, hey, not everybody gets those. You know what I mean? That's like a stamp. That's a little degree. I graduated from Harvard. And all my success has been from y'all sharing my shit. And me taking a step, back to that. Like, you got to go for it. Back to that whole lesson. And, yeah, that's it. Any questions? What else, Chris?
I think you covered it.
How long we been rolling?
Hour 20.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that's just my message. And I say it a lot. And I get a lot of people hitting me up, too. And about their sobriety, which is awesome. And definitely, I think it would be best to be 100% sober, even though I am not. And because people ask me a lot of questions, but if you're taking, once again, I've already said this, if you're smoking weed or dabs to not shoot up, then you do that, sir. Like, what, you be honest with yourself and your sobriety. And I think microdosing helps. I'm not a fan of big pharma because they're crooked as shit. And if it was honest, I wouldn't be saying that, but you know, they run off the dollar. And I also know that a lot of medicines do help save lives. So it's like a weird thing to talk shit on. And you do whatever works for you. I think it's Band-Aids and never gets to the root. Because I've had many people on head meds that have killed themselves. And you just start to hate them once your homies die. And they're on them. You're like, well, I could have gave him a quarter of mushrooms. I might still have them. You know? So you have a little anger, but you got to let go of that shit. Because what's that going to do? It's going to weigh you down. And, yeah, that's it. Just take care of yourself. Eat right. Do the best you can. Get into nature. Grow some food. Slap some booties. With kindness. And, yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy to see where anyone can go. I trip out on myself because it's what I know. And I'm not trying to be no cocky motherfucker. And I didn't have my gold chain out. As I said cocky, I was like, show them your gold. Show them your gold. It's more just a celebration of success. It's just because this old ghetto boy, it's his first year in the lounges, you know. And it's lovely up there. These rich people do shit right. And I never thought I could be up there. And here I am. And it's all on my own accord, of my own doing, once again with the help of y'all. But the reason I say that is because that shit, if I could do it, you could do it. Because believe me, I never thought I could do none of this shit. I still struggle with my self-esteem and imposter syndrome. They're like, they know you're a junkie. And like, I'm like, I know, that's what got you here. And you just be surprised what lovely things can happen if you just start moving in the direction towards whatever your dream is. And you're kind. You can't be no fucking asshole. You see what happens to the assholes. You get what you give, baby. Listen to the New Radicals. You only get what you give. That's a friendly reminder to check the negative thoughts in my brain. Like I said, Louise say they're like weeds. Pull those weeds out. Oh, you talking shit, weeds. I love you, Craig. I love you. Now go get a burrito. Those make you happy. Eat dark chocolate. Do whatever you got to do. And that's it. That's my message. Comedy Central taping coming at you real soon. I don't know when. Everybody asked me when. I don't know. I didn't ask any questions. When they tag me in it, I'll know. And you'll see it. And I love you all. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and coming to my shows and telling me you listen to my podcast. I immediately laugh because like, oh shit, you know so much. And just keeping it a positive, lovely community. 99% of my fans are dope, empathetic, compassionate, caring people. There's always one guy on the way to rehab. It's a little too bugged out though, you know. I'm like, they're missing the message. I'm saying get out. You're gonna die. Many of my friends have and family. Have you heard of fentanyl? Get the fuck out, you dum-dums. Motherfucker's still doing coke and it's cut with fentanyl. How many people gotta die? Anyways. Just eat a little mushrooms. Seek help if you need it. And if you're fine, you're fine. I ain't talking to you. And I love you all. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I gotta go wear my mom's piss dress and hit on the lesbian. Too far, Craig. Too far. Oh man, I'm funny, dude. Namaste. I just love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope you get all the shit coming your way, whether that be good or bad. Because if it's bad, it means I've been the recipient of bad shit. And you know what I think? I go, what did I do this time, man? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I didn't mean it. I'll just hit my head on the wall. I was like, I've been doing good, God. Come on. I've kind of cats. I plant plants. Why, I split my head open again. It happens. The devil slips in. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. And yeah, come to a show. I'll be touring. I'm all over this bitch. Good night.